Case closed. We're lovers. Case closed. I'm on the case. Yes, yes, yes! Aha! I look forward to the next case, partner. I'm getting all fogged up with you around. A great tragedy. A case for another time, I suppose. What was that about? I suppose. Me too. Lux! And who have you heard it from? What have you heard about a counterfeit item? Answer me before I back my lens off, turn your light into a narrow beam, and singe you with it! And good riddance. Thank you. Lux, get out of here. Insufferable twat. Insufferable twat. And good riddance. Even though we aren't the best of friends, I can't pass up a good mystery. Hello, Arma. We in the protection industry have to look out for each other, even if the human might not look out for us. So, well, hello there, fellow sleuths. I'm always up for a case. How can I help? Of course. Let me see. I'll help you round up suspects. According to my brief perusal of the available evidence, well, dear friends, the first suspect you already know. The fire was started by a diabolical dalliance, whom we will leave aside for the time being, as he is the subject of an ongoing investigation, as he could use a little time to rest after all he's been through. Please. And thank you, as he is clearly insane. The fire was started with the help of none other than, I believe that is another case closed. Thank you, Wallace. You can go. My work here is done. Lovely to see you as always. It was worth a try. Back to it then. It was Sinclair, the mad sink. Oh, he speaks. Oh, hello again. Come for more rumors? Looking for more suspects? Okay. You and I both. Never know when another suspect will turn up. Like a bad romance novel. But with me by your side, there should be no issues at all. Oh, I see. I can do that. Here are some rumors that I have turned up. I can guarantee that according to my knowledge, there's one hard-boiled criminal in this house. Johnny Splash. Shower. Location. Downstairs bathroom. Why not both? Sure. Have fun, you two. Have you found anything? Perhaps at one of our crime scenes. Sorry to bother you, Henry, but we're looking for any information on a counterfeit item in the house. Absolutely. Ah! Thanks, Wallace. You've really helped us out. Winifred water heater. Location. Office closet. But that singing could be deadly. But out in that closet, there's very little oversight. Lyric literature. Books. Location? Anywhere. Glad to have you, Gumshoe. The Shadow knows. These should be pretty straightforward to find, though there are some who seem much more difficult. Because he's here. All right, Wallace. Have you heard anything about a counterfeit item in the house? What? Incredible. Word on the beat is that he's hiding in a permanent shadow. If you can find one around here, I would investigate. But where do you think mystery novels come from? You're welcome, Gumshoe. Keep pointing those spectacles at everything you see, and you'll find a whole array of potential suspects at your fingertips. Or eyelids, as it were. Keep pointing those spectacles at everything you see, and you'll find a whole array of potential suspects at your fingertips. Or eyelids, as it were. Oh, hi again. Interested in helping me solve my case? Hi. I wasn't expecting to see you again. Did you change your mind about working with me? Phoenicia can help you track down plenty of other rumors if you're looking for more. I want that too. But only if you'll help me with my case. Phoenicia can help you track down plenty of other rumors if you're looking for more. Let's do it. As friends, I wish I could explore and investigate the world outside, but not until this case is finished. Let me know if you ever change your mind. A witness, then. Well. What have we here? Just as I thought. I thought so. Thank you for asking. There's no evidence to support it, but that's just the beginning. Very suspicious behavior, this not knowing. You're not a suspect, are you? I'll leave you with a clue to help you along. Interesting. These glasses come in from the outside and are already trying to influence my case? Truthful. Regardless, as you are the human, I should give you a way to track down all the suspects yourself to keep you on my side, hopefully. Suspected of what? I call this feature rumors. It's installed on your phone. Doubt it. It's good for rounding up suspects, tracking down evidence, and getting a sense of the household scuttlebutt. It'll be tough, but worth it. Tough audience, I see. Regardless, we're not under oath, so I'll just have to keep that in my noggin. You'll care one day when an unsuspecting frying pan whacks you in the head and you never saw it coming. Take a look at rumors in your phone. It'll help you find your way to your last datable for today. Good luck, Gumshoe. Hello again, suspect. I've been hoping for a breakthrough. Sometimes I get so wrapped up that I start seeing everyone through the lens of a mystery. Sorry, glasses. I take my job seriously is all. I am Maggie M. Glassbury at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me? I've acquired a modest reputation as a result of some of my previous work. I'm hard at work on my current case. A brief interview with the Stackables and a chat with Dirk was all it took to sort that case out. Why, it was I who solved the mystery of the missing sock. I also cracked the caper of the self-generating dust rabbits. Very much. Tracking it down to its source was mighty helpful. It causes particles to accumulate around pieces of hair. Your hair, to be exact. They form undisturbed, in-dead air pockets. That's why they hang out under the couch. The sock was in the depths of Harper's hamper. It matched the evidence, and I ruled out every other possibility. Static electricity. Unlike Skylar's Datadex that gives you the lowdown on those you've already met, Rumors tracks clues you've been given to locate all the pesky, hidden objects that are tricky to find. By the power of deductive reasoning, I determined that you were in fact the culprit. You and I both know you don't have a dog, dear. I pride myself on that. It was delivered to Dorian last night. You're scratching the surface of something stranger than you can imagine. At least, not yet. Maybe I'll feel differently later. Ah, so you've heard of me. After we've gotten to know one another a little better, I'm trying to get to the bottom of a mysterious love letter. Lately, I've been taxing my lens to the utmost on a very interesting case. Upon opening it, Dorian discovered that it carried clear romantic intent. At approximately 2 a.m., an unknown suspect dropped off a letter for Dorian. That is to say, it was asking him out. If interested, he was to write back as soon as possible. He isn't certain whether he wants to write back until he knows more. Thank you. I'll certainly look into it closely. You bet. You would? Here's the catch. The letter wasn't signed with a name. Just a monogram. I don't know where you heard that, but I can't talk about it with you. It described how his protective yet gentle presence had won over the writer's heart. I've never worked with anyone else before, but I think this could be good for the case. What do you want to talk about? Though he might be hesitant to admit it, Dorian was quite taken by the letter. Well, when I'm not cracking cases, you look like you keep in great shape. Yes, nice to meet someone like-minded. I find that if you investigate thoroughly, even the simplest things can contain wonders. I enjoy reading, playing board games, and looking very closely at things. And before that, a trading post. Before that, oh, there are county records. Did you know that before it was built, there was a firehouse here? Well, let's just say there is so much to learn without even leaving your front door. And online archives? I always appreciate some movement. Take this house, for example. And genealogical surveys? And thank you. If only getting to the bottom of my current case was as easy as finding historical building records and census data? Sure, as long as I can remember. When I was little, it used to get me in trouble, such as my current investigation. I would always dig up lots of interesting facts about my friends in order to share or highlight things I loved about them. Sure, we share that, I guess. Unfortunately for me, they didn't seem to like it very much. I have to say, I don't understand. Oh well, there are mysteries everywhere, but everything is available online. It's easy to find. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. Yes, I am very normally single. Normally, I'll keep that in mind. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if you're my type yet. Let's just stay friends for now. How rude. Okay, the case is pretty thin. You're making me blush. But we've got a couple of clues. First of all, the paper the note was written on was somewhat interesting. Very. Finally, I think Dorian might have a clue for us. What should we look at next? A stylized letter M. Second, although the letter wasn't signed, it did have a single initial on it. Perhaps. But whose name is simply M and nothing more? I've narrowed it down to 4 suspects. Who do you think it was? Something doesn't quite add up there. Seems likely. Maybe you can help me on another case later on down the line. Something doesn't quite add up there. Truffles and office supplies don't seem to match. Nor does the M. Sorry, but I don't think that's right. Maybe you can help me on another case later on down the line. Wait a minute. I think you might just be right. Penelope, Mitchell Lynn, Matteo Monta, and Freddie Yeti. The smell Dorian noticed makes sense now. And the paper. It's gotta be rice paper. The stylized letter M is his signature. The smell of truffles came from the gourmand Mitchell Lynn. You did it. You helped me crack the case. I'm impressed. Let me just go and let Dorian know that his secret admirer has been discovered. The stylized letter M is his signature. Wait a minute. I think you might just be right. It's gotta be rice paper. You did it. You helped me crack the case without even knowing the suspect at all. The smell Dorian noticed makes sense now. And the paper. I'm impressed. Now I'm even more excited for the next time we meet. I wish it could be the case, but it doesn't quite add up. Truffles and the fridge might make sense, but not the M. Sorry, but I don't think that's right. Maybe you can help me on another case later on down the line. Let me just go and let Dorian know that his secret admirer has been discovered. I wish it could be the case, but it doesn't quite add up. This seems like an interesting idea, but the clues don't quite add up. Guessing without enough clues was probably not the best tack. I just don't see what the truffles have to do with blankets. Sorry, but I don't think that's right. Maybe you can help me on another case later on down the line. Sorry, but I don't think that's right. This seems like an interesting idea, but the clues don't quite add up. What else should we try with the paper? I have it here. Semi-transparent and very thin. I just don't see what the truffles have to do with blankets. Perhaps you can help me on another case later on down the line. It doesn't seem like ordinary paper at all. Cuts just like normal. Does seem to burn slightly slower than normal paper, though. Perhaps you can help me on another case later on down the line. Taste it? If you say so. How interesting. It's edible and tastes slightly starchy. Yikes. It's definitely flammable. Hey, before I go, I was wondering, would you like to have a cup of tea with me sometime? As a date, I mean. Look at that. It dissolved, hence why I was so careful to probe the idea of a love relation around you. Oh, of course, I understand. Keeping it professional is my preferred option. See you again soon, compatriot in crime. Thanks again for trying to help. It really was very sweet of you. I could see myself going with someone with poor detective skills like yourself. Perhaps we have complementary skills. Amazing. Oh, yes, I would be the daring detective. You, the administrative sort. The pretty type, you know? I'd fancy that. Calm down, Maggie. The human could still be a suspect of any sort. Good to see you, Dorian. That sounds divine. I've enlisted our friend here to help solve the case of the mystery letter. About the smell you noticed? I'm so glad to see you again. You look lovely. I hope you don't mind. I took the trouble of ordering your tea for you. Shh. We can't discuss that. Maybe I'll feel differently after we've gotten to know one another a little better. At least not yet. Sorry, but I can't get into more detail yet. I'm so glad you think so. Can you repeat what you said to me earlier? It's a jasmine green tea. From Kopi, of course. Hope you don't mind. I went ahead and researched your favorite order. I just pulled your old MyFace site and sorted through the archive posts until I found one where you listed a few teas you enjoyed. Then, I cross-referenced that with photos of you drinking various warm drinks and did some basic image enhancement on them to determine which exact brand appeared most regularly. Oh, okay. Sorry. So, how about some tea? I have yours right here. I just pulled your old MyFace site and sorted through the archive posts until I found one where you listed a few teas you enjoyed. Simple. I want you to feel cared about. Simple. Then, I cross-referenced that with photos of you drinking various warm drinks and did some basic image enhancement on them to determine which exact brand appeared most regularly. I'm so glad you approve. You know. Frame averaging, Fourier analysis, deblur, color channel selection, that sort of thing. Is it? You do? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was crossing any lines. Oh, nothing fancy. Is it? I'll do better in the future. Is it? You know. Frame averaging, Fourier analysis, deblur, color channel selection, that sort of thing. I'm so glad you approve. You do? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was crossing any lines. Oh, nothing fancy. I'll do better in the future. Is it? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was crossing any lines. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was crossing any lines. I'll do better in the future. There's always the tiny chance my research might be faulty, but I still contest that deep inside you it would be your favorite if you gave it a chance. I'm glad. You know, I've been thinking about you ever since the last time we met. I've been thinking, though. I'm glad. You know, I've been thinking about you ever since the last time we met, dropped everything in order to help me solve it. Nobody has done that for me before. The way you gave yourself to that last mystery, that's the most attractive thing you could have said to me. Oh, my heart. Put your hand just here, below my lens. Do you feel how it's racing? I understand. If that's how you feel, then we should just be friends. Wait, before we start this, there's something that's been bothering me. I rarely let my glass down, as it were, so I apologize if I'm a little rusty. Not at all. Well, we can't be faulted for trying. I'm sorry, but I just can't focus. I'll be here if you change your mind. Of course. It's just that when a case comes up, I can't seem to focus on anything else until it's solved. As it so happens, I've got another case on my mind right now. I'm so glad you feel that way. How would you feel about working on it with me? I hope you understand. I hope you won't laugh. But it's another case. I promise. If you help me solve it, I'll devote just as much attention to you as I do to my cases. Maybe afterwards we can do something besides collecting clues? I'm sorry, but I am what I am. When mystery calls, I must answer. Be that as it may, it's who I am. I understand how you feel. All right, I'll fill you in, and we can work on it as friends. At least not romantically. Would you want me to change myself in order to fit someone else's ideal? I appreciate what you're saying, but if I had to pick, I have worried about that. I would choose being alone and working on cases over being coupled and having to leave those stones unturned. I understand. I'll see you around. As a friend, if that's a problem for you, I understand. But maybe we shouldn't keep seeing one another. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, what about? I understand. Goodbye for now. And with that being said, there's a case I need to get back to. But the truth is, cracking cases is in my very nature. It's hard to focus on anything else. Would you be willing to help me solve it? Really? I'd love that too, only if so, I promise we can return to this conversation after. Hello again. No thanks needed. It's simply the truth. Huh. Perhaps I've made a mistake. You're catching me by surprise, but I understand. I must say, at this time, I've updated your dossier from suspect to partner. And nevertheless, shh, we can't discuss that. You've come at just the right time to help me. Only there's just this one other case that's stuck in my mind. I've got a case, you see. At least, not yet. Sorry, but I can't get into more detail yet. So, how about this new case I got? Maybe I'll feel differently after we've gotten to know one another a little better. It has recently come to my attention that there is a counterfeit object in the house. Rumors have been circulating about it for a while. I fear so. Exactly correct. Entirely different. These are the whisperings of the things around the house. Rumors are clues to help you find all of us here. The only problem is the rumors are coming from all over the place, and I can't make heads or tails of where they came from. Well, I'd say we could bring in some witnesses. We begin. I should say so. And I'll be strictly a professional cop. At first, I wasn't sure there was anything to them. After all, rumors can be nothing more than loose talk. Okay, so I've heard whisperings from Lux, Hoove, and Wallace. I knew you'd know what to do. Hoove is a vacuum cleaner located in the laundry closet. Lux is a conglomeration of lamps and lights in this house. Wallace is the wall. While he is located everywhere, the best way to get in touch with him would be around the mayor's office on the second floor landing by the stairs. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. Who should we talk to first? All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. Thanks for coming back. The case continues. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. Okay, who should we talk to next? I'm so glad to see you again. All right, when you get in touch, I'll meet you there. After the Scandelabra case, I haven't been able to get you off my mind. As could I. I actually went ahead and interviewed all of your exes, and I couldn't find anything worrisome about you at all. I know. It was barely an investigation. It was hardly the work of a few long nights. It's not? I had to know whether you were the real deal. It is? You mean it? I can change? Well, that's no issue at all. Just a matter of sorting through old school records and scraping social media profiles. I'm so glad you think so. And for a moment, I was afraid you'd be upset with me. All right, I will change. for you. You're a naughty one, aren't you? I have a feeling we're gonna be so happy together. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun together, you and I. Now that I think about it, something quite urgent has come up on my end. Maybe you can help me deal with it before we carry on our conversation? Pity. I was hoping for a lot. Now that that's taken care of, with your breath near me, I'm getting rather fogged up. Actually, I have been occupied with something. Well, there's a case I've never been able to solve. Yes, me! You know, I feel like I can finally trust you enough to share something with you. I've never told anyone about this before. I think I've seen a description for someone wearing just such a fantastic red shirt. Yet there is a way, which is why it unsettles me so much. You already know what it is. It's the mysterious case of Sinclair the Sink. In spite of everything I've tried, it's escaped me. It haunts me. Are you sure you're up for this? All right, but, well, you're gonna think this is pretty out there. You sure you're up for this? I understand. Seems like I just can't change who I am. Or should I say, Martin Applegate. Even for you. I guess this is goodbye. I knew this would happen eventually. Quite so. And this one will be my magnum opus. I can just feel it. Okay, here we go. I see you've already met. I know there's something fishy going on there, and I'm desperate to get to the bottom of it. Before we go any farther, I need you to go and have a conversation with someone. I'd like you to speak with the sink, Sinclair. Just go and speak with him and then come back and I'll explain. To the sink! The sink! Or should I say, Martin Applegate. Certainly, you've helped me a great deal this far. It all started with the dandelion. It's the first thing I remember anyway. Up until that point, Sinclair was his usual self. Just a sink and a bar of soap shaped like a dog. Nothing fancy. Just who I was hoping to see. A great mystery emanates from there. I feel it. I need to know the truth. Yes, you must not remember. Perhaps it was one of those ghost kitchens? Just a detail I remember from the night Sinclair changed. And then rumors started going around about all sorts of strange things he was saying. But then, one day, you came home late with some takeout. And after that, things started to get a bit weird. The ones where they only serve food to ghosts? I must confess, I can't make any sense of it. Excellent. If you'll bring me to him, we can take things from there. Solving that case with you was one of the highlights of my existence. I can't believe we actually did it. I barely even know what to say. We really are. In fact, I've never felt this way about anyone before. You've brought so much fun, so much love into my life. He started insisting that everyone call him by the name Martin Applegate. What would you say to making this official? That we do. What I suggest we do is go and speak with him together. And I'd love to keep solving mysteries with you, as a friend or as a lover. Woohoo! And in fact, I've got a gift to give you. Break out the mystery dance moves. That case will always haunt me. Like I said, I respect that. I respect your commitment to not making a rash decision. It truly was. It's a shot glass themed like a magnifying glass. Now I can finally cut loose. Come here, friend. Let's get shwasted. No, not at all. But at the same time, I don't know. I'd love for us to remain friends. I think that's changed. For a while, I was starting to find myself very attracted to you. I'm afraid dating is out of the picture for me. You do? Now, if you'll excuse me, what should we do with the rest of the day? I can think of nothing I'd like more. I think I need a little time alone. But I'm not sure I'll be able to think about anything but the gaze of your lovely eyes. Oh, maybe we can get a closer look at one another? I've been dying to get to the bottom of another mystery. The case of the missing clothes, I think it's called. I have a feeling I might be the prime suspect. But a friendship with you is sure to be full of joy. Of course. I understand. In that case, come back and see me anytime you like. I will forever cherish the memories of our adventures. In that case, I promise I'll be the best partner to you. I truly can't wait to see you again. I'm not for everyone, and this time I promise not to get distracted. You've already given me the confidence to know that you'll be the best for me. No need to apologize. If I've lost a lover, I've gained a great companion. Come back and see me anytime. I know, It's a real problem. What are they? Maybe I can help you get past them. But you've helped me see things differently. How should we start our new relationship off? Instead of always looking for the next case, I can now see what I really want is right in front of me. I'm disappointed, of course, but so what do you think? Should we go out for a cup of tea? And I promise I won't get sidetracked. I understand. Sometimes I do tend to speak plainly. I'll do better. Well, I guess you have mentioned it. You've made me so happy I can barely think straight. I speak plainly. It's who I am. I understand. Perhaps my apology wasn't as flowery compared to the others, and I can plainly say that we will make good friends, and I won't go snooping around in your affairs. You're worth my trust. What are you talking about? Regardless, I look forward to a long friendship. You're worth it. I'm not sure if I can change just like that. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Looking up stuff is part of who I am. I wish you'd said something before. You'll have to take me as I am. I look forward to a long friendship because I just found your favorite store for treats based on that GPS tracker I installed on your phone. I understand. You're gonna love what I got you. Or just be friends with me. Yippee! I'll do better. I can't believe what happened back there. Yippee! It was both of us. In that case, I can't help but feeling he's been permanently damaged. What happened with Sinclair will haunt me forever. My whole identity as a detective has been shattered. Really rough. Why not? It's the truth. I failed one of our own in his time of need. I can never see you in the same way. After the way that case went, we are over. You know what? I don't know if it ever will. Will he? Please don't come see me anymore. Goodbye. Ow, my lens. But I don't regret a thing. Unless there's something I'm forgetting? Clint Eastwood is ravishing. I'm sorry to say this, but... Did I? I'm still hungover from our party. Well, lucky living room. I don't regret that at all. Let's just say it was a one-time thing, yeah? We really are, but we make a great pair. I'm always thinking of our adventures. Hey, so glad to see you again. Not right now, but you'll be the first one I call. I'll call you if any new cases come up. Absolutely. I'll let you know if any new capers arise. Hope someday we get to do it again. Oof. I'm speechless. You're right. I'm so used to being in the driver's seat. I'm still on the search for a new case. I'm happy to see you again, my friend. I'm sorry, but I'm not taking any new cases. I'll let you know if any new cases come up. Goodbye. And so, what should we do today? Care for a bit of close reading? Hello, gorgeous. My favorite. Or should we just inspect the sheets for a while? Or a spot of tea? Off we go. I suppose with new evidence, even the guilty can be proved innocent. Damn you. All right, you're right. I've been up for days trying to find one. Brilliant. There's a new mystery novel I can't put down. We're a match made in heaven, aren't we? I've got evidence of some naughty thoughts. I think I'll need a name change, though. How about Nancy Drew? Always best to investigate before making a decision. Then I will remain here until you're ready. Do you have the necessary evidence, though? You're back? Is the case closed? I am aware. I have deduced this by the simple fact of taking a breath. Do you have manila envelopes? I'll have to brainstorm then. I would like to start making a case file immediately. Everyone. So I can pick up human cases? I've always been curious about how those work. Damn them. Well, I wrote my first one about you. My stories involve a very close look at the intricacies of investigative lovemaking. Splendid! The magnifying glass shivered with ecstatic anticipation as the warm hand clasped firmly around her. Don't worry, her lover said. Let Lady Justice take care of everything. Yes, she breathed. You showed me how possible investigative lovemaking is. Convex to concave, their beings touched on all the facts of the case, leaving no stone uncaressed. Is this your first case? Her lover asked. Don't worry, her lover said. Just focus on the hard evidence. It goes on from there. Oh, I'll have to send you a signed copy of the manuscripts after I'm done with my latest book tour. I'm on the case. Don't worry, her lover said. I'll take the closest look and not miss a single detail. That's what it's there for. In theory, at least. Check your rumors app if you don't know who I'm talking about. Huh. Interesting. Hi there, Sudsy. That's a good boy. Now run along to your tray, won't you, dear? Let's dive right in. Our mutual friend here filled me in on your last conversation, and as I was saying, I know the contents of your last conversation. I've heard whisperings from Lux, Hoove, and Wallace. Why, yes, that's exactly right. Where should we begin our investigation? Let's go through these again and see if we can't collect some evidence, shall we? What else should we ask him about? You don't remember me? Before we do, let's discuss what we learned. What do you make of it? What do you think it points to? Yet there is no apparent ill intention behind it. Perhaps his benign fabrication is a clue in and of itself. I thought the same thing. Let's get back to our interview. It's like interviewing a can of silly string. He's all over the place. Okay, let's go over this. What do you think it points to? It's the first thing he said that seems like it could be true. But what about those ingredients? If you say so, it is? The whole thing did seem suspicious. It doesn't point to much. Its properties include memory loss and delusion. Well, that is actually a real place. It's usually called the QD. Not much of a clue there. Guess there's no real clue here then. What is it? You got me. I can't find anything about it online. Interesting. Let's add that to our list. By gosh, you're right! Datura stramonium. Indeed, I thought the same. I think we're onto something. True. Says here, side effects include psychosis, vomiting, diarrhea, and more vomiting. Things are starting to add up here. There's nothing anywhere online. Give us a moment, would you, Martin? Could just be a mom and pop shop, though. Anything stand out to you? Yes, very peculiar. I think witnesses are in order. Sinclair, would you give us a moment? Arma's our resident fire alarm should be a good witness. Who should we talk to first? We'd like to ask you about Sinclair. I agree. One of the most interesting pieces of evidence thus far. This clearly won't do. Good try. Let's move on. I don't think this is getting us anywhere. We can talk to Dorian, Arma, or Sudsy? Well, that was, Sinclair, could you give us another moment alone? What do you think it taught us? I've been thinking. I knew I could trust your judgment. I couldn't agree more. Yes, that. Exactly. I'm a little concerned that given his fragile state, he's vulnerable. Whatever is going on, clearly Sinclair/Martin's mind is okay. Well, if you say so. Let's do this. I'm afraid that if we make the wrong analysis of the situation, he might lose it completely. Seems dangerous. Anything could happen. All right. Thank you. I'm glad someone is, but I'm gonna trust you to make this call. We can't? Why not? I've never been so nervous. It is, and we must err on the side of caution. I am sad to say that I agree. I've never trusted anyone with a case before. Now, the moment of truth. We have gotten as far as we can. We need to ask you one question. We've done it! What is your name? Meet me back at my office. I can't make heads or tails of this. Of course. You know where to find me. Don't take too long. Detective. I'm sorry. Never you mind, Sinclair. Never you mind. We only announce the results of investigations when we are 100% confident. In your case, we just couldn't be certain. Shall we? I'm sorry, but I can't go along with this. I don't think this is where the evidence pointed us. Be that as it may, I can't consider this a closed case. I'll be in my office. This is terrible. Just terrible. We've made a horrible mistake. He's gone utterly mad. We've ruined everything. I have to go. He's starting to sweat. It was him that started the rumor. I don't think that's actually true. Oh, drat. It's fine. Happens to me all the time. Now, Stepford, if you didn't start the rumor, who did? We should never have stuck our noses in this case. Never. Huh? Oh, no. Oh, did he? Well, we'll just have to have a little chat with old Master Scandelabra, now won't we? It's high time we got to the bottom of this. Exactly. Well, maybe not that violently, but sure, an intriguing hypothesis. I'm thinking the same. I'll meet you at location 1, otherwise known as the dining room table. You got that from Sudsy? All right. I'll meet you at location 1. Ha! The real question is why? Why the rumor? Otherwise known as the dining room table. Precisely. Okay. Now it's personal. Nobody closes my cases for me. Quite a bold claim, Scandelabra. Can you back it up? Indeed. Let's separate fact from fiction and flush out the fraud. You asked for it. Stepford! Where should we start? Who should we talk to next? Not so fast. There may be something underneath all of this. What's your opinion? Not unless it is. The silverware has got a bit of tarnish from, well, your neglect. Real silver must be polished to bring it back up to its highest luster. Precisely correct. The silverware, on the other hand, has got a bit of tarnish from, well, your neglect. Got you there, Scandelabra. Naturally, I shall not dignify that as evidence of anything except idiocy. Real silver tarnishes and must be polished to bring it back up to its highest luster. What about it? While articulation and eloquence are praised by the prestigious, they are not foolproof signs of anything. And I must point out that dictation is not a real word, and only a pathological prat like the Scandelabra would use it to try and cast blame on the innocent. Real silver is stamped in order to affirm its authenticity. Not so fast. You're forgetting one last thing. Scandelabra's got it completely wrong. Scandelabra hasn't been polished in months, and he's gleaming like a chrome-plated fender. If we look on your bottom, however, Scandelabra, I suspect we shall find something other than such a stamp. Aha! There we have it. Not a stamp of sincerity, but the note of a knockoff. And then you can go apologize to the silverware for having besmirched his reputation with your own lies. As long as no one is getting hurt. Well then, I'll call this case closed. But there was no need to lash out at the rest of us. What is your real name? Well, Mr. Wick, stay out of trouble, cheeky. I guess in this case, I'll allow another to shut the door. You were wonderful. Sounds good. See you on the next one. As a friend, or... You've just made me so happy. I can't wait to see you again. Goodbye for now, lover. And you promise to tell no more tales. Stay out of trouble. I thought you'd never say that. Come here. Follow me. I would love that. Let's meet again soon. For a date. That's one way of putting it.